Just know that as we're biking along these streets here in Japan, looking for something called the Kawamata Skyland, my head is going, Birmingham, we love the governor. Here you go, Kawamata Skyland. Am I allowed to walk on it? I guess so. Hey, what's going on? This is still Jeremy, and I'm biking to something I saw on a map that I don't know what it is. It's called Kawamata Skyland. Do you know what a Skyland is? I don't. Just saw it on a map and thought, what is that? I think it's some kind of park facility, but I didn't research it too much because I just wanted to see what it was like when I got there. I will say that I don't quite know where this place is, and that's no joke. I saw it on a map like 2 weeks ago, and I thought I remembered the general location, so I came out here this morning. Got my mic and my camera and everything and bicycle already. And I left the house and I thought, wait a minute, I don't even know where this place is. So I kind of know, so we're just gonna bike around until we find it. So this Kawamata Skyland, check this out. It says, dangerous, Morikawa Uchi. This is a sign from a PTA with a penguin or something saying dangerous. What's dangerous? I'm confused, now I'm worried. Well, we're off to a roaring start. Do you have any bubble water? Hey, bubble water for 100 yen. Excuse me while I get this 100 yen coin. I'm gonna pull up somewhere where I can look at my phone. I gotta check Google Maps because I really don't know where I am. I don't know this area at all. This is, I don't even know what ward of the city this is. Okay. So it's down, I gotta find the train tracks. I think that's them right there, and then just go south and east. Hey, we're not that far away. There's the train tracks. This guy up here on the bicycle is a priest for a temple or shrine or something. I think a temple. The problem with going somewhere that you've never been is you don't know when you get there. Kind of river or canal? Where is this place? Let's go down south a little bit more and then we'll cross to the east. Yesterday was a big day for me. My fall schedule for English classes is finally falling into place. Get it? And it's different than I thought it was going to be. So instead of doing a whole bunch of classes and each pays much lower, I'm doing a very few classes, but they each pay higher. It doesn't work out exactly the same, but it works out to a good balance of money and free time. I'm going to have a lot more free time than I thought I was going to. Because I have been worried about what's going to happen with these vlog videos when I'm working so much that I really don't have any time to do videos except for in the evening. But now I should have some time to do them. This guy thinks I'm stalking him, and in a way I guess I am. Look at all these little figures. Owls and dogs and robots. For 2 days I've had Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner in my head. I don't really know why. I saw a web page where somebody mentioned it. And I like Leonard Skinner. I'm not sick of that song. It's a classic rock song that most people are kind of sick of because it's overplayed, but I like it. So, just know that as we're biking along these streets here in Japan, looking for something called the Kawamata Skyland, my head is going, Birmingham, we love the governor. Woo, woo, woo. We all did what we could do. Now it's in your head. Find a place in the shade where I can check the phone. The Beauty Factory. Oh no, oh, I'm far away. Okay, I've taken a wrong turn. Here in the stifling heat of July. I did do enough research about Kawamata Skyland to know that it's closed on Tuesdays, which is an odd day to close, but this is not Tuesday. So it should be open. I don't know why a park would have to be open or closed. Isn't a park just always open? So I don't know if, is it like a facility where I have to pay to get in? Are bicycles allowed in? Can I keep doing this video on, like, inside the park? Wow, this was a long detour. I think this might be it. It's a big building. But there is an outside. Is the outside on top? So like the Skyland is on the roof? That would make sense. That's why it's called a Skyland. Okay, that's why that sign up there says Skyland. In Japanese characters, it actually says Sukairando. So that's the English phrase Skyland. Let's see, what does this say? Bicycle parking place in here. So that, I guess, is where you enter. And this is where I park my bicycle. So nobody else is here today. Okay, we park here. I'll park at the end just to be courteous to all the other people who are coming today, I'm sure. And I guess I'm allowed to be doing this. Okay. Kawamata Skyland notes, sweet day, about using Kawamata Skyland. No drones, no smoking. Do not park bicycles here. Okay, well, here it is. Here's the map of the Skyland. Entrance, so this is the entrance. This is where we are right now. So we go up these stairs and then we're, I don't know, there's a lake. All right, let's go check it out. No pets. A lot of rules here in the Skyland. That. It's like some kind of municipal water facility or something. How did that bicycle get up here? Okay. There you go. Kawamata Skyland. Okay, I see a very few people here. Looks like some mothers with their kids. It's a nice, very well kept lawn. Which I guess am I allowed to walk on it? I guess so. These look like benches. Skylights. I wonder if I can go down and see the underside of the skylights. I want to go see the water, the lake, whatever it is, the pond. So it's just like a big park here on the top of a gigantic processing facility of some kind. Generally what I do is I come out to a place like this with no research and no knowledge of what it all is, and then check it out and then go home and research it more closely on the internet and find out what everything was. All right. That's pretty awesome. Kind of strange, there are benches out there across the little pond, but apparently not supposed to go there because of this rope. Let's go up on this wooden thing. This is cool, and it's free. Best of all, I don't have to pay for anything. Nice fountain, nice rocks, a bag of potato chips, and a plastic bottle. Who did that? There's the view from above. Do not drop the camera in, please. I wish I could get closer to the water. I'm going that cool arched bridge. Funny how, as hot as it is, looking at the water just makes me feel cooler. I just noticed, psychologically speaking. When I look at the water, the heat goes away until I start thinking too much about it. Can't really get closer than this, but over there is there's a train yard for something. I don't even know which train line. Go check out the other arched bridge. This is a good example of a different way of thinking that you often see, not only in Japan, but you see it a lot in Japan. I've seen this kind of stuff in America, where you take something that's sort of mundane and municipal and necessary, assuming that's what this is, you turn it into something nice. Like, they didn't have to do anything up here. They could have just left it as the top of a building, I guess, but they thought, why not make it into something nice? I don't know where they got the money for it. Maybe our taxes paid for it. Blood sugar was a tad high before bed last night. It was 250, and I took 2 units of insulin, and that was too much, and I woke up at 6 or whatever, maybe 4 o'clock this morning, and it was 62. So I drank some juice, and it was okay when I woke up, 135 or something. Right now, even in the shade, it's hard to see. It is 190. Can you see 190? That is a tad high, but for walking and biking around, that's okay. Still a tad high, despite the biking. Speaking of biking, there's a weird confluence of words in English and Japanese, which is one example, nice little playground, one example of why translating between them is so hard, and just communicating, like just speaking, in one language or the other is so hard. Biking means riding your bicycle around in English, right? And I think that's generally a known word here a known English word here in Japan, biking. There's also, because B and V, there's no V sound really in Japanese, so they tend to use B if they need to. So if you want to say very, you would say beri. Well, the word Viking, like the old Norwegian people, is also biking. So biking, riding your bike, and Viking are the same word here. But it gets weirder. Without the G sound on the end, so just biking, like B-A-I-K-I-N, biking. That's a Japanese word, and it means, what does it mean? That be, whoa. Biking means like bacteria. It's the Japanese word for bacteria. And the fourth thing that makes all this complicated is that the idea of a buffet style restaurant, you know, we say in English buffet, which is a French word, which they actually do use here in Japan, but they say buffet, which is maybe closer to the original, I'm not sure. But they, you know, we can also say smorgasbord, which we don't use very often for an actual restaurant, but it's a Swedish word. I think it's actually, I don't know about this, originally smörgåsbord or something like that. That's not true. But anyway, so I'm not sure how true this is, but I suspect that because they say buffet in Japanese, in Japan, but they also say biking, meaning Viking. And I think it's because smorgasbord means buffet, all you can eat, and smorgasbord is a Swedish word, and Vikings came from the Swedish type areas. So they say, what they're saying is, what Japanese is saying, is that this style of restaurant is a Viking restaurant. Viking, like Led Zeppelin, like Viking, you know. And I think the reason they say that is because you wouldn't say it's like a virus restaurant, right? You'd say it's a smorgasbord. So anyway, when one of my Japanese students tells me they went to a restaurant yesterday, I say, what kind of restaurant was it? And they say, oh, it's biking. So I think they're saying Viking, which means smorgasbord, which means buffet. And I guess the fifth thing that makes it all complicated is there is a Japanese word for all you can eat, which is tabe hodai, which is literally all you can eat. So Viking, biking, biking, and biking all come together just to confuse everybody. So I'm constantly trying to have my students unlearn that stuff they learned, and it's very hard. So they're so used to saying biking or possibly buffet, and I have to say, I'm sorry, just say buffet. They don't care for that because it's different than what they've been doing all their lives. Okay, I'm hotter than hell and I'm going home. So thank you for coming with me to the Kawamata Skyland. Thank you for listening to me rant about Japanese. Go here if you want to sign up for the newsletter. And thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more like this, because I'm doing these every day for the next 15 days and then afterwards too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Here's a little bonus content. Whoops, wrong way. Here's a little bonus content. Yesterday, after the video in the forest in Ōsaka Castle Park, I stopped the camera. I considered actually filming my ride home just in case something interesting happened. That was a weird instinct, because I didn't. I thought, no, I don't want to waste the hard drive space afterwards. So I turned it off, and as I was leaving the park, a pigeon flew at my head, directly at my head, and I had to duck to get out of the way. I think it would have smashed into my head if I hadn't. And as soon as it happened, I was like, ah! And I thought, oh, that would have been great. That would have been great if I'd gotten that on video, but oh well. I'm not going to do it today, because this video is long enough, and I know I've already wasted enough of my hard drive space. My bicycle is still here. In Birmingham, they love the governor. Ooh, ooh, ooh.